It's about 2 seconds still, so no time has been gained from pit ends on this lap. Very similar P1, very similar Sector 1 times, just hundredths of a second apart. And now their Sector 2 times are also very similar. Yeah, only 2,000 separate them in the second sector. So it's all down to the last sector then for the Atlantic Racing team. Meanwhile, we have a few cars in the pits. We have UK&L, George Pole, and we did have another car. I'm not sure who it was. However, I just missed it. But George Pole is in the pits. Oh my god! And no limit car has been really held up in the final sector, probably by the I think that was the Motorsport for All car. And yeah, it's now only a few tenths. You can see the car there just lapping ahead, going into turn 2. Oh, and look at this, right on the back. Now, George Poll is still in the pits for UK&L Racing, but that really does not matter at the moment, as only 8 tenths separate the leaders in the darkness with now less than 3 hours to go. And there's been a driver swap, by the way. Theo Bardry is now taken over the UK&L team, and he is in 9th. Meanwhile, Ryan Walker has got some damage with the Atlantic Racing GT car. And Cyril Renault has pitted, so I'm guessing that Peter Enders will be pitting in the next few laps. I would like to see what happens with Ryan Walker, but with such a battle that could be occurring in the next few moments between these top 2 cars, I dare miss it. Oh, and slowed up, both of them are slowed up. And yeah, that affected Atlantic more, because it affected... Oh, see, look how much Atlantic has lost there, because it just wasn't on the racing line. It just lost all the momentum that it tried to gain up. So now I have a bit more time, I will try to find out what's going on with other cars. So we have Exigent Sim Racing in the pits. We have the UK&L team that just did a drive swap. We have a few other cars in the pits, such as... Oh, we have the Killerfish, we have the leaders in the pits, we have the GT leaders, they're in the pits. So this should take over, sorry, the Sim Racing Holland team should take over with only a 3-second gap to the 05 Motorsport car. So this is going to be madness then, for both the P1 and the GT leads. Meanwhile, let's try and see what happens to Ryan Walker. Yeah. They've had some damage somewhere, quite a bit of damage. We're trying to figure out what happened to Ryan Walker, and I can't really tell. So let's have a look at the okay, so we still have the leaders 6 tenths apart. And where is the P2 leader? Here is the P2 leader, No Limit Motorsport. And then we have the Atlantic Racing car just 70 seconds behind. And it's really hard for me to keep track of everything at the moment. I'm on my own. Okay, I really need to get focused on this battle for first. Looking back from Enrico Schlader's car. Okay, this seems to have calmed down a bit. Let's have a look at the P2 order, because we haven't actually looked at these cars too much in the P2 class. So, first off we have the No Limit Racing, sorry, No Limit Motorsport car. Leading this race by a comfortable margin, by a lap actually, ahead of the Atlantic Racing car. Then we have the Killerfish team, that's 70 seconds behind. Here they are, blue and black. Then we have UKNL, Via Birdry. And then we have Team Atoika in 5th, who's had some damage somewhere. They're just having a torrid race, even though, well, somehow they're still going. Let's try and see what happened. Okay, so now coming into the final sector. Oh, whoa, they've just lost control somehow. How have they lost control there? They've lost control in the middle of the full throttle corner. Did they have a previous puncher? Well, they've turned in to the corner, and they've just lost control of the car. And Peter Enders is pitting. So Peter Enders, who was just fighting for the lead, right on the back of the leader, has now pitted. And here is a stricken car there of Team Atoika coming into the pits for the numerous times. Meanwhile, the Killerfish P2 car, if I can find that, has also struck some damage. They've hit some grass and they've just spun into the wall. Yeah, they have. Anyway, where's Peter Enders? Because he just pitted and he needs to get some good laps done while he has fresh tyres, or else this could be the end of his chances for a race win. Well, for the team race win. Well, he's out of the pits now. Peter Enders is in the car. Meanwhile, we have Erwin LaVeza in the pits for Rare Endurance team. So there's and there's a big battle for the GT2 league now. So there's only 2 seconds separating Robin Verdegal and Renato Dornell as Atlantic Racing 2 from the P2 Plus pits. So here is the 05 car. So the gap between the 05 Motorsport car and the SimRacing for Holland car is still approximately 2 seconds. Meanwhile, the gap between the leaders, of course that Atlantic Racing just pitted, is now 49 seconds. So if they can keep around that pace, if they can keep around the same pace as the No Limit car, they should be able to get really close once the No Limit car pits. That'll be quite a long way away as they're on a different pit strategy. So Dornels has been trying to catch SimRacing for Holland for the last few hours now. Oh, we have some damage for one of the GT cars. I'm trying to find out which GT car it is. I think it might be Ryan Walker. Yes, it is. And here it is. Oh, and it's into them. Let's see, they've just lost control slowly, and it's just a slow spin. It's right on the racing line, but it spins away, and then they try to rejoin. Do they wall? Nope. They're going to finish it? No, they don't. They carry on without too much of a problem. Just a bit of a just an error, just costing them some time. No actual places, it seems. So we have the Killerfish P2 car in the pits. And it's just exiting the pits now. So that is now in 7th, behind Atlantic of course. Meanwhile the gap between Peter Enders and Rico Schleicher had just grown from 49 seconds to 59, and 55, and it's all in the first sector of this lap. Peter Enders just lost 5 seconds in one sector, so not sure if that is due to traffic or a spin, but most likely to be a spin or something, because I don't understand how you can lose 5 seconds in one sector due to just traffic. Maybe a few seconds, but not 5. And the battle, we need to get back to this battle for the GT lead. It's really, really hotting up now. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Help me.
What's happening?
Nothing, it's just that I've got into this rhythm where I'm just here for hours and hours commentating.
Yeah, well, I've been off to cool down a little bit, so...
Oh, like
hello.
This is like a bus service. You wait ages for one and then turn two, turn another.
I was just saying, hands on, you've done a brilliant job, Bradley. You must have been in here for at least 5 hours.
Let me think. Well, I joined just after the car retired. Well, I crashed and retired. And that's, well, it's the life finding crash, I'd find out. So, that was about 3.5 hours into the race.
Look, maybe even longer, but yeah, you've done a great job of keeping everyone updated.
Yeah, about 6 hours.
It's a big thanks to you for this.
You're welcome.
I definitely need to get you in again. But yeah, this GT battle is crazy. We've been speaking, and I think the Killerfish car was in it, but they needed to go a bit longer with their strategy. But all these cars now need to pit again twice. So it's mainly between SimRacing Holland and O5 Motorsport, but Renato needs to somehow give me a huge lead, because I'll need to defend from Wilfred for 2 hours. But I don't think that's possible, but we'll give it a go.
That'll be a hard job.
Yeah, but it is crazy how after 9 hours, is it? Over 9 hours, that we've still got 3 GT cars on the same lap.
Yeah.
And the 2 P1 cars are still on the same lap, the lead.
Well, yeah, they were battling earlier before Peter Enders took pit stop. No Limit East are still, well, they're behind or ahead, I'm not exactly sure. but they're out of the system. So once they pit, it'll go back to close together as again. Oh, just need to rest my legs. Getting cramped just from talking for 6 hours.
That's sitting in the same position, isn't it? But did you guys blow the engine?
Yeah, we did.
What exactly happened? You sort of went, you were really slow on the back straight and then the engine just went.
No, it went before that.
Oh, right.
But to prior, we Automotis was, I think it was lapped by the leading V at the time, and it was a touch with a P2 car that was going past at the same time. So Automotis did end up in the rear end of the G car and lost his front, and it all went downhill from there.
Did the team enjoy though today? It looked like it was going quite well.
Yeah, well, at least Ole Marius and I did enjoy ourselves. Magnar was just he was thrown into this as more as a backup or less. But now we've enjoyed ourselves, and it's been really nice to see the amount of respect between the GTs and the prototypes, because from my viewpoint that has been really good today.
Yep, I think the general driving standards have been very good, and the Sim Racing for Holland cars had a spin as we've been talking. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. So here it is, as we ride on board, coming onto the back straight. He's just lost the back end. I think he took a straight line, he went out wide to get the turn in.
It turned in too late.
Yep, and he's run it round, so that's no damage, which is alright, but that has surrendered the GT lead with just over 2.5 hours to go. So let's see what the gap is now.
He is running with the modified pedal set as well, wasn't he?
Sorry. Oh. You completely could be right. Say that again. Sorry.
It's not going again. No, Robin Vertical is driving with that modified pedal set, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he had a problem with his brake pedal. He's had to put like a box on it to stop the brake pedal from causing problems. Really?
Okay, so the gap is now 9 seconds, so Renata needs to push and give me some sort of cushion.
And Robin needs to keep spinning.
Well, I think they'll try and pit as close as they can to the 2:30 mark to try and get Wilfred in as long as they can. But yeah, we need to keep Renato in for as long as we can. But
I need to find out what's taking all my resources, because you two are cracking up in my ears.
It's probably the SRO website that's been struggling all day with resources, so we are hoping to have that fixed around too. I do apologise, but the lifetime is good when it works, but you have to refresh it about every 30 seconds.
Yeah, to be fair, I think my F5 button is going to break by the end of today.
It does need to, everyone needs to get some sort of automated F5 machine that is programmed just to refresh, and then press enter to resend the information. But yeah, the view has been pretty stable all throughout. I hope you're all enjoying it. The quality looks very good. I'm watching the cars drive around at night. They look fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, and I just wish that I could be a part of this. Night racing it's something special.
Yeah, I definitely like it. I was lucky that I got to do the transitional tint tonight. I love driving into the night where you get sort of the sunsets, and I always find that a nice relaxing time to drive.
I like turtles. Anyway, the Rhino's esports car is pitting from 3rd. Of course, you know, they unless his pit stop takes about 4 laps, they should keep 3rd. Just more to see if they have a safe pit stop. Got the headlights on there in the pit lane. There's only 4 P1 cars remaining, and Team Matoika's had a crash again. We also have Motorsport for All.
Yeah, that's Sasha Glatter in the pits.
Let's see if we can see where this damage is. It looks to be in the sort of the final sector. Let's see. Oh, he's hit the grass. Has he? He's hit the curb on the inside too much. And well, just a spin, so no damage. And we also have a driver swap, I think. Christian Ackerman. Yes, that's a driver swap with the Rhinos.
Yep.
Yeah, with the lag on the server there, I realised we were in replay mode, but I started to see the cars all veer off. I was thinking, no, not now. You've done so well, server.
Yeah, but at least you get the GT win. So we now have...
Yeah, that's it, logging into the back end. Shutting it down.
So this is now the... we now have Oliver Ernest in the Motorsport for All car. We've only had... Oh no! Oh my god, I've forgotten. Oh my god, I only just noticed. Exigent Sim Racing are out. That's why there's only 4 P1 cars left. They got disqualified, probably headlights.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cyril Renault was driving the car, and this must have been quite a long time ago, because they're 18 that's behind.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to notice that, because just, you don't see anything pop up, and yeah, disqualification, just like the SimTech team, and that must be something to do with the headlights.
Yeah, I don't really understand why people have these issues, especially at night with these class lights. It's easy if you're in a GT car, you can see with the white headlights and photos coming up. There's no need to flash at night time. You know, it's so easy to realise what's going on. There's not many cars on track, so GT car, you see the white lights, you look behind, you see a blue or a red light, you see it coming closer, and it's easy. Why the prototypes need to flash 2-3 times and risk forgetting to put them back on, I really don't understand.
Yeah. It's like there have been incidents in the past where on like the final lap, drivers have been disqualified on the final lap for having your headlights not on. So.
Yep, and the only person you can blame is yourself for that kind of issue.
So we now only have 19 cars due to Cyril Renault being disqualified. Of course, the last retirement, bar from Cyril Renault, was Robert Weiss. He had a problem in the pit stop, I think. Yes, he did. Driver swap error. Meanwhile, the gap between the leaders are now 58 seconds.
Yep. I'm just going to pop down and see how long it is till I drive.
Okay, so now it's a 10-second gap between the 05 Motorsport car and the Sim Racing Holland car. Of course, Sim Racing Holland had that spin earlier. One of their first mistakes since the first few hours of the race. So, it was going really well since but they've had the 2 incidents. There's one there which allowed the 05 Motorsport car past, and then earlier in the first few hours of the race they had a spin at the hairpin which caused a slight bit of damage, which affected top speed, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
And
it's 10.5 hours ago, so I don't really. 9.5 hours ago. Still 2.5 hours to go.
I don't think I'll be here for much longer. I have a life, to do. I can't be on here for 12 hours when I'm not planning to. Oh, we have a crash. It's Atlantic Racing P2. It looks like they just spun. Yeah, they had the spun. No damage. It's just a normal spin, just where the Sim Racing Holland car had a spin earlier. They've managed to control it and carry on without too many problems. No damage involved. Just a minor time loss.
looked like it was on the final, the penultimate corner of the lap.
Yeah, it's just going on to the back straight.
It's quite easy to get a bit too carried away there, trying to get that good exit speed down onto the straight.
Yeah, it's like there was once earlier, of course, I think it was Ollie at the wheel of your RMI car, and then, oh, who was in front? Who was in front? Well, there was a car in front of you that just lost control there, and Ollie managed to avoid.
I remember one of the BMWs.
Must have been, yeah, it was Atlantic, because you had a bit of contact with them a few laps before, and then Ollie caught back up, and well, then the Atlantic spun, and Ollie was lucky to get away with it, but it didn't last for too long. 2 laps later, the engine blew.
Oh, that's true.
Enrico Scialla is extending his lead, so possibly having less fuel, a low amount of fuel in the car, maybe running some high boost at the end of the stint. He needs to have the biggest lead possible once he after that car pits, so.
And these two guys have been, these two cars rather, have been locked in the battle right from the word go. Still not that far apart.
I think I'm gonna need crutches later. So now, the highest placed GT car is 14th, which is Renato Dornell, just overtaking the retired car of Robert Weiss. We haven't had any retirements in a long while now. Robert Weiss was the last retirement. No, sorry, Cyril Renner was, however we never actually noticed that. So, 41 started the race, and we have 19 remaining. There is 2 hours and 32 minutes remaining. So, still enough time for anything to happen. Including a tornado to kill everybody on track. Interesting thought. And Peter Renders is not letting Enrico Scialla actually extend his lead. It's still about 60 seconds, actually being slightly faster on that previous lap. Peter Renders does seem a lot quicker when he has the grip, when he has, the lack of fuel. Unlike Enrico Scialla, who isn't really able to push at certain times in the race, maybe because they're trying to do a different strategy where it's just more that it's just, it's not about pushing the car in certain, it is just about, going as far as possible in each stint, maybe. Oh, we have damage for the Atlantic Racing P2, and yet there it is, it's spun. It looked like it was on the curb. Let me just watch an onboard replay. And yeah, he just hit the curb at the exit of turn 3 and hit the wall. Many drivers, including myself, have done that.
It is so easy to do as well.
Especially with new tyres.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of curbs that can bump your car around if you hit them wrong. So when I was driving the GT, I wasn't really using any of the curbing other than out onto the back straight.
Yeah, correct, yep. The Atlantic car making it safely through turn 3 this time, and we have, is that pit stop? Yes we do, Patrick Roll, Killerfish Racing, the GT, third in class in the pits. They might actually drop back to 4th, no they won't, there's a big enough gap to Patrick Vester. They stay in 3rd in class.
They return to the track in the same 13th position they went in from. Yes? There is actually Patrick Vester going past, but well, he still got another lap. I did see another car into the pits. It's the sorry, the T2 SP Endurance Team Ferrari. Raoul Pons behind the wheel. Well, plays now.
Yeah, for a long time during the race, I'd say at least 3 hours, they were having a very, very close battle with the Motorsport for All GT car, but those two cars have now sort of drifted apart, which is a shame because that was one of the best GT battles out there. They were constantly for I think it was 3 hours, just at least. You know, bar for pit stops, they were a second apart for a whole 3 hours. So
yeah, and we see Xavi Martinez has taken over the wheel of that Ferrari. They are in 5th position in the GT category. Using a bit of the curb and a bit of the grass. Down towards the hairpin.
and we have a pit stop. It's Enrico Schlala, the leader, has pitted. So where will he rejoin in relation to Peter Enders? I think Peter Enders might be able to have taken him here.
Depending on the stop, Peter Ender is going into. No, sorry, he's
and yeah,
halfway
Peter
through.
Enders should get it. Does. So Enrico Schlala loses the lead, and Peter Enders now needs to really attack.
And Mikael Müller has then taken over the No Limit Motorsport P1.
So it's 27-second lead for Atlantic. However, if Peter Enders, well, if Atlantic do another driver swap, then that'll cost them time. Or even though with 2 hours to go, they probably will be doing another driver swap.
Yeah, because Peter Ender has been in the car now for quite a number of laps.
And also there is now 2 hours and 24 minutes remaining, so that might just be enough for Michael Mueller to race. And the only thing is, I don't think that a fuel tank actually will last as long as it needs to. So unless they do some fuel saving, they might have to do a splash and dash with a few laps to go.
Yeah, looking at the statistics, Peter Enders has now logged 121 laps since he took over the car.
Wow. Oh, and we have Feeder Sport Poland in the pits. They're still going.
Pitting from 6th position in P2.
So now there's 12.5 seconds between the DT leaders. There will be driver spots for both of those teams, as from what I've heard. I've heard that George Talbot will be in the final 2 hours in the 05 motor car, and I think that Van der Brink will be driving the Sim Racing for Holland car in the final 2 hours as well. So that'll be a great battle there. Just coming up pits now is Lukasz.
That well, there was a driver swap as well in that car. So,
yeah, it's now Przemek Gorecki.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And we have another pit stop. I think it was a P2 car. Either that or it was a GT leader. I can't actually tell. Oh, and we have the No Limit P2 car in.
Yep.
And we yeah, so that's the car that is in. And we also have the No Limit GT car. So both the No Limits are now in. Let's see. Yeah, No Limit car just ahead. Quite hard to see.
That's the P2 leader in as well.
Mm-hmm.
5th position overall, that's a very good result. If it stays that way, that is. Still 2 hours to go. And there goes the GT car. Benjamin Thierman has taken over the wheel there. And Tobias Sonnenberg is continuing in the P2 car.
Is this Sim Racing Holland pitting? Nope. Getting overtaken there by one of the Feeder Sport Poland teams. Got by the P2 team. Oh, is this a spin, Team Toyka? It's a big spin. That is a big crash in Sunset Bend.
Yep.
That's not the first time I've said that. Oh, he's just lost it. He turned in too late and then lost it, and he's lost the rear of the lost the rear really. A lot of rear damage on that. Luckily it's close to the pit lane, of course. Let me just get camera angle. I hope all of you are enjoying the broadcast. Watching.
And we still do like guests even after 10 hours of racing.
Oh, and we have a battle now for 5th. No, we have a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th in the GT class. If I can get to that. Yeah, I can. Wait, we're in the replay? Yes, we are. So here's the motorsport for all car, and they are 4 seconds behind T2SP. So yeah, they're still battling actually. And then that team is 9 seconds behind the no limit car. And she was waiting for 17 bits. So this is the rare endurance team, isn't it? Yep. Whoa, that was close there for motorsport for all. Oh, we have a crash. It's Oliver Ernest. That's the motorsport for all car. Oh, they had a massive crash at Sunset Bend on the exit. Massive crash. Oh, it looks like there's a wall on the outside. Yeah, the front slightly too wide. And, they've clipped the barrier, and that has just sent them spinning. And now they've got to do a whole lap with quite massive damage just on the pitch straight. Now they've got just had to rejoin, and yeah, they rejoined slightly. Ish, but now they have a lot of damage. They won't lose a position as the next rival is 3 laps behind. So you know what? As we've got some time, let's do a quick rundown of standings. Okay, so first off we have Peter Enders in Atlantic Racing, who is 28 seconds ahead of Michael Mueller. There we go. Oh, let's have a look at that one more time. Yeah, no, let's look at that from cockpit view. This is unbelievable.
Oh, and his watch Peter Enders now is spun right in the middle.
So where is Peter Enders? Here it is, and just stuck behind. Oh yeah, stuck behind. Is that the Ace Motorsport car?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Just a bit too close.
Yeah. Also, T2SP has just pitted. Xavi Martinez is just in the car now.
Yeah. That suggests there is some damage to the car.
And Oliver Ernest is also in the pit lane.
Because it wasn't that many laps ago, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps since Martinez did take over the car.
It's very close over 15. We got the 2 cars battling out for 15, both in the pit lane. Try to head over there. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how close they are after this pit stop. It's a few seconds. Oliver Ernest has lost a bit more time. Yeah, they're still in the pit box. Maybe doing a driver swap because it was a longer pit stop than Xavi Martinez.
No, he's still in the car. Both of them are still in their cars.
Also, Michael Mueller is catching up on Peter Enders. He's just got 1.4 seconds on the last lap. It's now 26.5. Peak of the Devil is now 27.5. It's lost a second.
Right, sorry I didn't ruin your rundown there of the order.
Oh, sorry, wait, where was I? Oh, that's right. So, No Limit is second, Rhinos Esports are third, Feeder Sport Poland are fourth, and the last remaining P1 team. No Limit Motorsports are leading the P2 class, followed by Atlantic Racing, and then it should be. Well, I would know if my light timing would work. It's Killerfish, followed by UKNL, who's had. UKNL's been okay since a few mistakes earlier. And then SRS with Team Atoka. That's all I really need to say about that. And then Feeder Sport Poland. And then we have 9 GT cars done in this race. First off we have 05 Motorsport, then a 16-second gap to SimRacing for Holland. Killerfish and No Limit Motorsport are a few laps behind, with T2SP and Motorsport for all behind. Rare Endurance Team, Atlantic Racing and Ace Motorsport finish off the GT class, sorry.
And Xavi Martinez has just been spun by Christian Ackermann for Rhinos Esports. 3 cars very close together on the circuit, and was a little tap. And around he went. Just been in the pits to repair some damage and gets caught up in that. Doesn't seem to be any damage to the car.
Okay, so sadly I have to go. Been a pleasure commentating. Been quite a big surprise though. Didn't really expect to be commentating for over 6 hours today.
Oh, but you've done a good job. Oh, I'll have to try to keep up for the final 2 hours.
So I'll leave you in charge of the cameras and the rest of the commentary, so good luck, and good luck to all the teams that are still taking part. Ciao.
Bye bye. Right. The only, well, as I said, the trickiest thing when a race is entered this phase with a final 2 hours of a 12-hour race is that there is quite a lot of distance between the cars and not all that much happening. Pretty much the most exciting thing is to see how big a gap Renato Dornell leave Robin Fergal for George Talbot and Wilfred van der Brink to fight over. Ah, there we go. camera angle. We are on board with one of the Porsches. It's Benjamin Thierman for No Limit Motorsport GT. 4th position car in the GT category. Going out onto back straight, well, to the final corner I should say. Look how bumpy it is around the circuit. Onto the concrete. If you want to pop in for a chat on how the race has gone for you, then feel free to do so. They really love the sound of the Porsche. It's a really nice sound. And now we have Robin Vertical in the lead of the race. What has Renato now done? Let's see if I can find him. There we go. Ah, it's been a pit stop that I missed. Okay. That leaves Robin Vertical in the lead then. Yeah, I'm trying to work out how long ago it was since the Sim Racing for Holland car was into the pits. Car we are currently watching. That has been quite a while ago. Lap 251. He was into the pits the last time around, and now he is on lap 288. Sorry, 37 laps. It is bound to happen, the pit stop then. Relatively short time. Being lapped by the 3rd position car in the race of Christian Ackman. and slows right down and heads for the pit. Robin Vertical with a new configuration to his pedals. I must say it's really well done to be able to pull this kind of lap times when you're using a brake pedal that's not as responsive as the one you usually use. Now is it time for Wilfred to take over the car and take it to the finish? Or do Robin take another stint? As we did see Renato Donal go past. And yes, we have a driver swap. Wilfred van der Brink then is back into the car for what I guess will be the final driver swap for the Sim Racing for Holland Ferrari in the GT category.
Hello, Roy.
George is back.
Yes, the GT battle is going to be very close. They pitted within 2 laps of each other, I believe. Both took a full tank, and I'm guessing medium tyres because I don't think the softs are ready yet. So the end is going to be very close because they're going to do slightly shorter stints and potentially the soft tyres.
Yes, and Sim Racing for Holland also did put Wilfred van der Brink in the car again.
So that's why we left Renato in, so he's on his 3rd stint now, so he would have done, I think, 3 hours 15 minutes when he gets out the car. Actually no, sorry, 3 hours 45.
Even worse.
Yeah. So it's I'll be driving the final stint. Wilfred needs to take down 21 seconds. That's going to be very close.
And then we'll see some mad defending the final stint.
Has Bradley gone to take a break?
Yeah, I think he is a little bit. I think he's had enough of LMS racing for one day. Done a monster stint in the commentary booth. It's kind of quiet this phase of the race with the final hours, when so many cars have, so many cars are out. Because there is quite a big gap between most of the cars.
Yep, I'm just trying to work out how many finishes we had when we did this last year with 10 hours. Let me go and have a look. Yeah, we had 18 finishes, so in the 10-hour race last year. Ran on a similar setup.
Yep. Well, we are on course to beat that if no one else leaves.
Yeah.
But we're well within the final 2 hours.
Yep, there is 1 hour 59 to go.
Well done to everybody who has gotten this far into the race.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the GT battle that is the one that grips us at the end. Just looking at the lap times, and Renato's first full lap was a 2:01.5 and Wilfred's was a 2:01.4, so just a tenth between them so far.
I'm working my way up field on my other screen here, but just doesn't seem to be anything more interesting than the GT fight at the moment.
I'm trying to work out who's on what in the P1 class. So there's less than 2 hours, so that's 2 stints. The Peter Enders is due in very, very soon, so he'll be able to make it to the end with a stop after this, and then no limit car. Yep, so I think they both need to stop twice. So I think Peter Enders could actually, with the strategies balanced out, I think they are the real race leaders. It's been quite hard to tell because they've been pitting at different times for quite a while. There's only 14 seconds in that, so that's even closer than the PT battle.
They're coming quite close to the pit stops.
Well,
I think judging by the lap times.
I think Michael Muller still has another 10 to 15 laps to do.
Yeah, it's not that long ago since he was into the pits.
Yep, and Peter Enders has got...
I think he is close to having to do a pit stop.
I think he's should be in any lap now. We've been joined by Erwin Lavassier.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Good, thanks, how are you?
Very good, very good. First of all guys, a great broadcast. Fantastic job. You give good information, so it's nice to listen and nice to watch.
That's very kind. The main man that's done most of it's not here, but we'll definitely pass that on to him. Glad that you're enjoying it. You're still going?
Yeah, Rory and Bradley, I mean both of them, they're really doing a great job.
Yeah, well, you guys are in 7th place at the moment. If you can see it through to the end, that's decent points, sir.
Yeah, that would be great. 17th overall, 7th in the GT class. We started as 37, I believe. And for the first time I did the qualifications. Normally the fastest driver in our team is doing the qualifying, but I did about 640 laps in practice. So the guys, they said, well, for the effort, you do the quali. So that was nice. Never done that before in an endurance race, so I was a bit nervous, but all went well.
Yeah. Just looking to see that, yeah, you're sort of in your own little area on track at the moment. You're not really under too much pressure, so it should, fingers crossed, be a nice easy run to the line. If you've got any more driver swaps planned?
Yeah, we do. I mean, Robin is driving now, and Jarno will do one stint, and I will do probably the last minutes. But the gap to the back is, I believe, 2 laps. To the front is 3 laps, and the guys in front are a little bit too fast for us.
Yeah.
So for us now, it's hoping to see the finish. And although, I mean, we're not quick, but we had no damage, and we're consistent. How do you say it? Consistent?
Yep, I was just looking at your car now, and it's absolutely spotless.
Yeah, no damage at all. So yeah, things are going great.
That's a great achievement in this race. It's been a long day. I think everyone's going to be pretty exhausted after this one. I take it you're cheering on for Sim Racing for Holland then?
Of course, yeah, they're good friends of us. We train a lot with them, and well, they're so incredibly fast. I mean, both of them. It's always nice to train together with the guys and exchange some tips, and they're really nice guys.
Yeah, I can't agree with that. I just hope they don't win today.
And we have the leader of the race into the pits as we speak, Peter Enders. He's pitting and he's just been passed by Michael Muller.
Yep, so Michael Muller obviously will need to pit twice. This is Peter Enders' first of his last 2 stops, so he does have the race lead once Muller comes into pit, but the gap isn't that much, so when Muller comes in to do his final stop, he'll have a shorter amount of fuel to take, probably put on softer tyres if he can, and he'll be able to chase him down, so that's going to be very close.
Yep, and they did the driver swap as well, so Kasper Mortensen will be driving, I guess, to the end.
Yeah.
Are all the cars on soft tires now? I mean, we had a little bit of struggling in the evening. We were still driving on the mediums, but we couldn't get enough temperature in them, so we swapped to soft tires, and for us it's working good. We're doing full stints, so.
Yeah, I believe we're still on the medium tyres because we're a bit scared of the wear rate.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what Sim Racing for Holland, and I'm sure they won't tell us. Well, they can tell us now what this did because it's already taken place. They won't tell us the final stint, but maybe Mr. Vertigal will shed some light on what tyres are going on with this stint. Because I know they put in a full tank, because I timed and I had my stopwatch ready to work out what they were doing in the pit stop.
We can do a full tank on soft tires, so.
Yeah.
So could I in the daylight, but I was slow.
Oh, we've got a DNF. I don't know if you already said this, but Oliver Ernst from Motorsport for All is DNF'd.
Oh.
That's going to be another place for your team there.
That's great. So that will be a P6 then?
Yeah.
Or was it a GT car?
Yeah, it was the final wiper.
Yeah, he came in to stop, and as soon as he stopped, it doesn't look like a driver swap because he was just pulling over, and then it went straight away, unless I've got lag. But very strange.
Just says DNF, so heartbreaking after 10 and a bit over hours of racing.
Well, okay, guys, it was nice talking to you, and good luck for the last hours.
Yep, and you, thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye. See ya. Well, I've sent Robin Vertical a message. I don't think he'll reply to me on TeamSpeak, but I can always hope he does.
And I found out that I can shut down my notepad with all the camera controls, but they're not, because they're not working anyway.
Yeah, that was very annoying when I saw that happen earlier. So for the majority of the race we haven't had any overlays, no timer, so everyone watching the broadcast has just had to rely on the information from the nutters doing it, and hopefully we've kept everyone up to date. When was the last time we told everyone the running order?
It was not that long ago.
Oh, okay, so
it was before Bradley left.
Can I say, did you notice that when an R18 came up behind, I think you can see it on the broadcast, the headlights on that car are absolutely ridiculous, they're so bright.
Well, I've never really got to meet them in the dark.
Ah, yes. But yeah, you just see them now on the broadcast and they're so powerful, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, there's more lights than the front on the car. That's a problem in real life as well. But the big headlights being so bright that it's blinding those the lap. So who have I found on screen? It looks like the Feeder Sport car. Feeder Sport Poland. Well, Gorecki who's driving. I probably ruined that name as well.
Yep. Presmek Gorecki? Presmek?
I think you're quite close.
Oh, Presimek. He's taken an illegal line through the turn 1. If any of his teammates are watching, please do tell him not to take that line, as he was using the pit lane. If he continues to do that, he might get a penalty.
And then he'll get on the Santa's naughty list.
Yeah. I think Timu Toika has had a bit of a spin again.
He has really been into the wars today. Przemek Gorecki, the lady at Google Translate tells me it's pronounced. I would never have guessed.
So we are down to 18 runners.
Yeah.
Oh, still waiting for Michael Müller to pit again. He'll be due in about 5 or so laps. Maybe a few more.
There we go. Let's go on board, shall we? We can find a nice angle. Oh, that's a cool one.
Hey, see how much the car bounces down the start-finish straight.
It's on the edge of ridiculous, really.
Yeah. Carries so much speed to that first corner. It's scary how fast they go through there.
All the way up to 272 kilometers an hour before he hits the brakes down at the hairpin.